When I started learning ICT, this is what I said.
And it doesn't help that his voice is monotone. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Listening to an ICT video is boring.
Yes, guys, that is exactly how I felt when I started watching ICT's videos. I felt like the videos were way too long and I would never ever get through the 2022 mentorship with how daunting the videos are and how monotone his voice is and how confusing everything is. I just never thought I'd get to the end of the mentorship, which I did 2 weeks ago, and now I'm watching the core contents because I understand the entry model. It's just the higher time frames. It's the higher time frames. I want to understand the higher time frames. So a buddy of mine in the Discord advised me to go watch the core content, and then come back to the 2022 model. For you who is feeling like ICT's videos are so long, I have some solutions for you. The first thing that you need to understand is that ICT doesn't need to post this content for free, and you are undeserving of this content. You didn't even pay him for this content. So the fact that you are getting so much value for free is something that you should be grateful for. And whenever you go watch an ICT video, don't go with the mindset that this is gonna be boring or whatever. If you're gonna go with that mindset, might as well just not watch ICT, And that's the mindset that I went with in the beginning. As you can see my attitude with that clip that I posted there. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was a really bad mindset for the fact that I'm getting all of this value for R0, $0, free 99. And I came with that mindset like I was entitled to something. So that's the first thing you need to understand, is that you are not entitled to ICT's content. You don't have to watch it, and he doesn't need to post it. It's somebody doing you a favor, and you just have to give him your time. Even though he gets ad revenue from there, I feel like he would make more money selling the course anyway. So be grateful. That's the first thing that I'm going to give you. Understand that he doesn't have to do this, and you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. But if you truly want to learn ICT, then you have to go on his channel, you have to put in the work, and you have to watch his videos. I want to reference my second point from the Bible. If you don't like that, kindly unsubscribe. Anyway, Proverbs 27 verse 7 says, "When you are full, you will refuse honey, but when you are hungry, even bitter food tastes sweet." Now the question I'm going to ask is, how hungry are you? Are you truly as hungry as you say you are? Because learning ICT is very bitter. Going through the videos, which are very long, and his voice is monotone, like I've been saying, is very bitter. Going through the frustrations of looking at the charts, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, watching a 1 hour video can take me 2 hours because I have to write notes of every single thing Michael says. I have to keep on rewinding and all of that. So it's very bitter, and it's quite daunting, which I'm not gonna lie to you. But how hungry are you? Do you really want the success in Forex? Do you really want to learn how the algorithm works? Do you really want to learn how ICT trades? And if that's so, then you will truly go through all this bitterness. You will truly go through all this bitterness because you are hungry. But when you are full, you even reject the sweetest of honeys. You will reject honey when you are full. So some of you guys are truly full and pretending as if you're hungry. So be hungry, Bafetu, because watching ICT wants you to be hungry. It needs you to be hungry, because if you are not hungry, you're not gonna stick through the process. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're not gonna stick through the process. It's too hard. And ICT does say that he makes it hard on purpose, and he says that it has to be hard, because gaining a skill set like trading is like phenomenal. It's amazing. So if you don't want to work hard for it, then might as well just because you're not hungry enough. Now the third tip that I'm going to give you guys is watch his videos at 1.25 speed. Why? Because ICT speaks so slow, and he does sound like the algorithm he's always talking about. So just to make him sound more like a human being, right? It's not for rushing through the content. It's for making him sound better and better to your ears, I guess, right? Because that's why I watch him at 1.25 speed. Because if you try to watch him at greater than 1.25 speed, which is 1.5, that's the option on YouTube, he becomes too fast, and sometimes you miss the details of the things that he speaks about. Like, there are some videos, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that I watched at 1.5 speed, and I took a lot of notes, right? But I still didn't understand what he was saying. And once I slowed down and started watching it slower and listened to the greater detail, I actually understood that, this is what I missed. This is what I missed. Why? Because I was watching too fast. So I'm telling you guys, as much as you think you can hear what he says, as much as you think you can understand him, you don't. You don't, so just watch him at 1.25 speed. And for those who are strong, watch him at 1, at 1x speed. For those who can handle ICT's slow voice, watch it at 1x speed, but do not go overboard with it. Another thing is that you should take your time watching ICT. One thing that I've realized, even just by reading the book of Proverbs, because I'm almost done with reading the whole book of Proverbs, is that I just read bits and pieces every single day, and out of the blue now I'm left with like 2 chapters and I'm done with the book of Proverbs. Just like with watching ICT, I watched like 2 videos a day, and then sooner or later I was done with the 2022 mentorship. So just take your time, watch slowly, and as time goes on, you will just see yourself finishing the 2022 mentorship. Don't try to finish it all in a day, don't try to finish it all in a week. Just take your time, guys, and you will finish it with greater comprehension and greater understanding. That when you're watching ICT, you want to cut all distractions, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you need to be in a flow state. When you're watching ICT, you just need to be in the zone. You need to be zoned in. You need to be properly focused. And I promise you, one notification bell or whatever, guys, will completely disturb it, because when you have to go back and refocus, it's going to be very hard, and you're going to need to take a lot of time to actually regain that focus that you once had. So sometimes you just need to do things that are going to make things happen in your life, So if you have to sacrifice your phone for like as many hours as you can while watching ICT, then do that, guys. But you just need to make sure that you cut all distractions, because if you lose that focus, you are not going to regain it back soon enough. Right? You're not going to regain it back anytime soon. Another thing that I've realized is that I enjoy ICT's videos more when I'm focused rather than when I'm distracted. When I'm distracted, I really don't like watching ICT. But when I'm more focused and more zoned in, sometimes I actually enjoy his videos.